You were so close. But then you just fell right at the very end. We'll get into that as we go. But for now, this is a nice, easy multiplayer game of Fall Guys. So when I say you were so close, that comes to the very end section, or second to last section now due to something else that has come up, which it almost gets it right. It's almost there, and it falls short at that very final hurdle. But for now, what we can do is go through the quick and easy stuff, as it is a fairly simple game and it has a lot of fairly simple ideas, but fun ideas. So this game is based around a 90s style game show a la Takeshi's Castle or Wipeout, but more colourful. So get ready for all the game show comparisons. The music be jammin' from the very moment you start the game. You are welcome to an over-the-top soundtrack to get you pumped for what you're about to partake in. And what you're about to partake in is a fast-paced game show style game with elimination rounds. We'll get more into that in gameplay. But like any weird, wacky game show of this nature, not only is the intro getting you hyped to play the game, but each round also has the really energetic, crazy music that fits the theme perfectly. And I could just go to any game show right now, like an obscure one from the 90s, and I could put that music over the top of this round and you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. They got it that spot on. Perfect. Good job on the music there. I'm going to tell you which one that is in the graphics, which we're about to go to. Can you guess what it is before we get to the graphics? Probably only English people will know what that theme tune was. Move on. The same goes for the graphics. They are extremely colourful and sickeningly cute, with the little jelly bean men that wobble back and forth and make all the little cute noises. Woo! And again, they are trying to mimic that style of all them cheesy, bright, colourful game shows of the 90s, like Funhouse.
It's wacky, it's fun, it's crazy, it's outrageous. Funhouse, a whole lot of fun, prizes to be won. It's a real crazy show where anything will go. Funhouse, quiz is a race, real wacky place. Use your body and your brain if you want to play the game.
It's time for Funhouse. Wacky contestants, messy games, the Fun Car Grand Prix race, and a crazy chase to win lots of prizes. Now here's the guy who puts the fun in.
Or Crazy Cottage. How many of you guessed Crazy Cottage? Where everything is overly colourful and all the windmills and doors have big cartoony eyes and teeth like in Banjo-Kazooie. So like with the music, it's a perfect fit for the setting and the style of the game that they are going for. And just adding it here, as it usually comes as the third category, there is no story section, so no third section. We're just going to go right on into the gameplay. So, you will have already seen a little bit from a clip or two I showed off, and from what I mentioned, but here we're going to go more in depth. So, Fall Guys is a battle royale style of game, but not in terms of the typical Fortnite Realm Royale, more in the style of old 90s game shows like Wipeout or Takeshi's Castle or American Gladiators, that sort of style elimination. I mean, hell, we saw the door thing, which is even a game that was in Takeshi's Castle.
The doors are real, the rest of them are boarded up. They've got to find the doors without dislocating their shoulders. All the way through to the white pit of powder at the end.
Where, as you can see, there is a row of fake doors, and the only way to get through is to find the real door, where only two, one at the very end is real, the rest are fake. So like I said, it's a game show. You start with 59 other players, 60 in total when you include you, and there is only X amount of spots available for the next round, so you've got to go fast and get one of them limited amount of spots to get through to the next round. It's honestly a great concept. People like fast-paced mini-games via Mario Party, and there are many game shows like Takeshi's Castle or Wipeout or Crystal Maze where people enjoy watching physical challenges, seeing people do these physical challenges and getting through to the next round. So, like, I'm really surprised that nobody actually thought of this sooner. To be fair, I didn't think of this sooner, which just shows that, like, it's such an old idea of, like, oh, because nowadays it's like, who wants to be a millionaire, or, you know, deal or no deal. Do you want to take the box, or do you want to take the bankers offer for 500? What do you want to do? You know, it's all very more mental based, more question based. There are very few game shows nowadays that have the physical attributes via Takeshi's Castle or Wipeout, so it kind of shows that an old concept carried forward to the modern day actually works wonders, and you wouldn't suspect it. You don't know you want it until you're actually given it. But what makes this especially great is how fast everything is. In a shooting battle royale, it's really fucking slow. No matter what happens, and this is not personal bias, this is just from what I've witnessed from the 3 games. 2 of them I've played, 1 of them I've watched, where Fortnite, Realm Royale, and Call of Duty Warzone have a huge map, and you have to spend the first 5 minutes alone. This is before the circles come in. You have to spend the first 5 minutes alone getting set up. If it's Fortnite, you know, you can drop in a hot zone like Tilted Towers, get a bit more of the action. Oh look, we dropped where everybody drops. Everybody drops Tilted Towers. I know Tilted Tower doesn't exist anymore, but that was the hot drop back in the day. But you know, oh, everybody's dropped in Tilted Towers. Oh, look at us getting shooting. So you can get a bit of action off the bat, but even then, once you've killed everyone in your hot zone, you still have to spend the next 5 to 10 minutes gathering materials to build fag with at the end, raiding chests to look for the gold weapons, and the same on Realm and Warzone. While it doesn't have the material gathering, you can still drop in a hot drop for a few minutes to get some instant action, but you're still then spending the next 5 to 10 minutes looting chests for weapons, killing people and collecting their shards / cash to use the forge or the vendor to upgrade ready for the later fights. It's slow. And then there is the storm itself, where normally it takes 5 minutes for the first circle alone to come in. So you get the 5 minutes of shooting, you know, oh, we've all shot everybody, then the klaxon happens, and you get 3 more minutes of looting and 2 minutes to get where you need to go. So, like, you don't even get the first circle fully closed in until 10 minutes. So it got it, and by the time you get to the end, that's really slow. Here, rounds only last a absolute maximum of 3 minutes. Some are not even that, like the races. Some are barely a minute long, maybe even 40 seconds. Like, as I say, the races or the doors in DoorDash, because there's only like 10 rows of doors and you can speed through them really fast. And there is only 5 rounds per game. So even if you get the maximum of 3 minutes rounds on all 5 of your rounds, that's 5 rounds times 3 minutes. 3 times 5, 15, which is great. 15 minutes maximum, opposed to Fortnite or Realm or Warzone, where a match can last a minimum of 40 minutes and up to an entire hour if you're both that good or lucky and you get to the point where there is literally no circle. So whereas losing 1 round of Fortnite or Warzone can make you feel like that's enough because, you know, oh, we got right near the end, oh, here we go, we're all in the end, we're all shooting each other, and we're going to use Fortnite on, building to the sky, he's building, oh, it's a scrim, it's a mega scrim, everybody's building, we're going crazy here. Yeah, that's going on for 40 minutes, and then when you die, because you know you could potentially die, if you lose after an entire hour, you're like, fuck! Bastard! Oh, fuck! I was so... Oh, fucking hell. And then you look at the time on your clock and you see it's 40 minutes. And you're like, oh, fuck! That's 40 minutes gone! Oh, that's an entire hour wasted. God! You know what? You know what? I think that's enough Fortnite. I think that's enough Realm. That's pissed me off. Fuck that. So, you get mad because it's so long. But here... because let's face it, not every round is going to be the maximum of 3 minutes and you're probably going to lose. So here, with an average of 7 minutes per game because of how fast paced it is, you don't worry, you don't think about it too much because, like, you know, let's say you lost on the 3rd round, you're like, I lost on the 3rd round, check your clock. Oh, that was only 4 minutes, okay, 1 more. And it really hits that nice, quick, just one more go addiction, which is of course helped by its fantastic diversity of games, which are all quick and fun, barring 3 that I will get into. But, you know, for the ones that are fine, the race games, you know, DoorDash, Race to the End, the Whirly Rig, the Dizzying Heights, all them, fine, nothing wrong with them. And you have the team games of, like, Egg Scramble, where you have a chicken's nest and you have to put the most eggs in the nest and stop people from stealing the eggs. That one's fine, no complaints. Tail Tag, you have a team and you've got to be the team with the most tails, or at least the team that doesn't have the least tails by the end. Everyone's fine with that. Even Solo Tail Tag, where you've got to make sure you've got a tail by the end of the round. Everyone's fine with that. All these are fine. And even games that are standing in place, like the roller or the sweeper or the DoorDash, everybody likes those. You know, all these games are skill games, like, oh, you gotta dodge the terrain, you gotta use the terrain to keep your tail, or in Hexagon, you got to figure out where exactly you're going to jump, how exactly you're going to jump. Are you going to use jump strats, or are you just going to run around and try and clear all the tiles so other people fall in the pit? All these games, radically different. They all feel a little bit different, and they all feel fine. However, there are 3 that do need work. 2 minor ones, just a tweak, just something. And then 1 just needs to be outright removed. Just get rid of it. Go. Deceased. Until something is fixed. I don't know what, but something has to be fixed. But the 2 tweaks first. 1. Memory game. It's way too easy. I'm not saying this one is bad. It's just no one ever dies, ever. You have to watch the screen, then stand on the correct square, and you win. And that's it. It's fine. It doesn't... It's inoffensive. It's fine. It's a nice idea. But you don't even have to try. You just see where everyone else goes, and you go there, and haha, you win. You can't even fake anyone out. I've tried. You can't even fake anyone out. No one's that stupid. Either the rounds have to start harder, like starting with 4 fruit, then going to 6, then to 8, or they can only flash like once. It's like, boop, okay, it's gone. I hope you've got a good memory. Or, you know, one that I would personally implement is, seems this game functions like Tiny Tiger from Crash 2, I'll put that on screen for a second, where there is a time on these platforms, and when that timer is out, the platforms drop and you have to be standing on the correct platform to not fall in the pit. Either have a dark jelly bean man, like Dark Rayman, or an evil slime, like in Slime Rancher, that chases the players to the different squares. So like, if it's jumping around, you've got to be able to memorize where you need to stand, as well as where this evil slime is going. That way, you know, you're actively making the game harder. You're actively doing something. You're forcing a little bit more strategy. Can I kite the slime? Can I kite the evil tar to hit another player so that player dies? Can I be the one to kite the slime? Is somebody else kiting the slime? Oh god, what am I going to do? I need to look at what's on the board. I need to look at what's that tile I need to stand on. Just something. Anything. As right now, it's by far the most boring game. It's slow. It's so slow because it's 3 rounds as well. So it's just so slow and boring, and it slows that particular round just down to a crawl. And hardly anyone ever dies. It's just a free ticket. And without like the tar monster aspect, it just feels out of place when compared to the other games. Number 2, Hoarder. This one is a twin problem with 2 games. This one like fits in with the second game number 3 that we're going to mention. Hoarder itself is fine. It's one aspect that's not. The ball, and more specifically, the ball physics. They seem to have a mind of their own, and interacting with them, with your jelly bean man, it just feels like you don't interact. It feels like your interaction is negligible to what the ball wants to do. Sometimes you can hit it, full force, close contact, diving headbutt, dead center of the ball, bam! And the ball hardly moves, it just rolls. Other times you can barely just brush past it, just a gentle kiss, and that little tiny brush, the ball has a shit fit. It's like, oh my god, he brushed past me, and it just goes flying like it's hit by One Punch Man, clean across the arena, out the arena, into goddamn space. They feel wrong, they feel off, and I hate them because of their inconsistency. Either the balls need to be made smaller, which should mean their hitboxes are smaller, or the weight has to be redone, or something. As this weird inconsistency with the ball leads to the worst game, the shittiest game, the one that I hate, the one that most people hate. Number 3, Fall Ball. Fuck this one. This is by far the worst one in the entire game. If I could vote to remove one, it would be this one. All the others are fine. Memory is boring, but it's still fine. This one needs to be ripped out, go back into the workshop, so something can happen to it. Something needs to be fixed. First and foremost, it can be selected when there are an odd number of players. No. Already, problem number 1. If there are 9 players left, one of which is you, and you load in, that means that one team is going to get a team of 4, and another team is going to get a team of 5. Do you see the problem here? The one that gets the team of 4, the one that I've been on sometimes, I'm not saying it's always, but I'm just saying it's happened to me sometimes, the team that gets the team of 4, like the one I've been on, is fucked. Just done. They can't win. They are a team member down. So from the start, no, do not do that. You need to change that so it only selects the game if there are an even number of people left. But more importantly, going back to the Horde game and the ball physics, due to how the ball acts, most of the time this game feels the most unbalanced shit ever. I am going to be playing Northern Lions footage for this point, as it perfectly shows what is wrong with this game. You feel half the time that you either have no impact whatsoever or all the impact in the universe. I dive into the ball, as I say in Hoarders. I dive into the ball, jump at it head first, full on central collision. It doesn't move. It's hardly affected. Yet the opposing team just has to gently walk into it, just gentle little push, and it sends it flying. Why? I am doing the same thing. I am actually doing more than him. I am hitting it harder. Why does he get to send the ball flying with a gentle tap, but my full One Punch Man central dive hardly moves the ball? It makes it inconsistent. What makes his little tap of the ball so special? And every game that I have played so far ends how Northern Lion here's ends. A massive score discrepancy. I have never... Sorry, tell a lie. I've seen it once. One single time. And I've played 4-ball probably about 20 or 30 times now. But one single time I have seen a 1 to 2 point discrepancy. But normally it's what you're seeing right now. A huge lead. Some mega overpowered ball versus an underpowered team. Blue team are so mega overpowered and yellow is so underpowered. The ball is coming rolling towards that goal. They can't stop it. They are getting absolutely pounded nice and hard in the ass with a sandpaper condom, just to make sure you understand that you are going to get pounded into dust. You are going to be sanded down till there is nothing left. That is an 11-0 victory. Nobody could stop them balls. No one. And it doesn't feel good. Now listen, again, I have been on Northern Lion. I haven't personally been on his team, but I'm saying in his situation. I have been on Northern Lion's team. I've been that guy that has tapped the ball and sent it clean across the arena. But I've also been that guy that's full on smacked the ball and had no impact. This is the problem with the ball. It's a shit version of Lucio Ball. Because in Lucio Ball, you already can't control the ball. I already hate the ball in Lucio Ball. It feels like it just doesn't have the right physics. But at least Lucio has his sound cannon. And the bullet from the gun has a distinct impact. So when a bullet, an exploding sound bullet, hits the ball, at least the ball will react accordingly. I'm not saying that Lucio's punch does, but at least with the sound cannon, you have some kind of control. Here, it is never equal. One team is just going to completely obliterate the other one. It needs to go out of the game and be reworked. Either the balls need to be smaller to have a smaller hitbox, or the balls need a better weight, or something. Maybe they hardly move for both teams. Something. As at this current point, their current inconsistency with their personal physics just makes it feel like if you get football as a round, it's not about skill like all the other mini games. It's not about team cooperation like, you know, the team tail tag or egg scramble. It's not about skill or team cooperation. It's just a 50-50 coin flip. Flip the coin whether you are going to be the dominator or the one that's going to be dominated, with no middle ground. But aside from football, aside from that one, the rest are great. The rest are fine. Memory Game could use a tweak, but only 4-ball feels broken and feels like it's just a coin flip. Now we move on to the last section that fucking kills me, as Fall Guys was so close. This fucking close, and it trips right at the last hurdle. So, change of plan. This is new audio now, as things happened, things like accelerated and spiraled out of control, and then they didn't, and they were fine. So basically we're going to change around a couple of sections. The bit that was like you're so close is the microtransactions. You know, we'll come to those last. But first and foremost is an issue that I hoped would have been fixed and it still hasn't, which is the connectivity and the servers. So, you know, let's just make a little transitional break and I'll be back with that news. Alright, you're back. Welcome back, everybody, from that like 5-second transition. So we're on servers now because it's really annoying me, and originally, and this might even affect the final verdict when I re-record that, but originally, like, I was, oh, you know, it's day one, it's week one, it's a brand new game, it's like Overwatch, of course it's down on the first day, there's some issues. I understand that, but now it is the 16th of August. The game is 2 weeks now. It's been 2 weeks since the game launched, and there's still a bunch of connectivity issues, especially in the European servers where I just physically can't connect. I just can't. I don't know what happened, but I just can't connect. You know, I will admit the 2 days that I tried to connect, although I have connected today. The 2 days I tried to connect, I had maintenance going on in my region, and as you can see from one of the things I'm about to play in a moment, I say, oh look, it says that the UK servers are going to be down, and it's like, alright then, fine, I guess, but even after that, it's still not fixed, and for whatever reason, at least for me personally, I cannot connect to a game unless I join someone else. I am joining American people, like Komori or Blame, so it's like I go into a game and I click play and I'm just falling forever. I don't ever get to play, I just fall forever, and then I'm like, okay, Komori, send me the invite. They do. We both hit play at the same time. Oh look, it loads instantly. Let me just show you these 2 clips from these 2 days. So it took a second to load, but I have brought up their current report. Now, as you can see on my little time thing here, it is the 13th. It is today. So it's just like, today, I cannot connect to a game on my own or with friends. Since Fall Guys has launched, we had a sheer number of players. which has led to connection issues around the world. If it's occasionally disconnecting, we advise to please keep trying or wait an hour. If you're completely unable to connect, please get in touch using the buttons below. Then we had another update. My crowns and kudos are missing, which is something I noticed. And when I logged in today, I had over 8,000 crowns. Now, I don't know if I was missing any or not. I'm pretty sure I wasn't. I've only been gone for a day. We streamed 2 days ago, which is something I want to bring up with the connections. But I just got 8,000 crowns today, so I'm like, oh, you know, just buy this, buy this, buy this. And if I got like 100 more, just fucking buy that. And then just do a bit more. And hey, look, we cleaned out the shop today. So even though I was not missing crowns, and I'm pretty sure I only had 3 crowns, not 4, they have just been just like, here, just take it. Just take it. So that's the thing. But then we've got the other, where it's my Steam name changed to Fall Guys 1234. All Steam players will see that their name has been updated. This is a temporary fix to resolve some reported name exploits. We are currently unable to update this name. And then again today. So this is all happening right now today. I saw someone cheating or hacking. We are currently tightening up the cheating exploits. Thank you for your feedback so far. You do not need to report individual cheaters at this time. Our system will resolve this issue. Now, it says online. It does say online, but if we are to click play, we're getting the first issue where it will just look forever. It will just run forever. Which, again, it's the servers. I know it's the servers. And when we streamed the other day, so this is how this is going to go. You know, we're never going to find anybody. This is going to run forever. This is it. We are trapped in limbo. And eventually it'd give us a disconnect error. And we had this problem yesterday. Alright, so here we are. Let me just fucking mute Animal Crossing so you don't hear the Animal Crossing music on the feed. Right, so here we are. It's the next day of connection issues. As you can see, loaded up. It is the 14th, 12, 13, 14. I'm sorry, my fucking pigeon's in the way. We were gonna stream, but we can't because it's the 14th, okay? The 14th, it's the next day. And once again, let's just go over to Discord for somebody. We can see that we had this today. Oh boy, let's... So, server status. We are going to update and they're going to go down for maintenance 10:30 to 12:30 UK time. UK, the EU servers. Oh boy, gee willikers. Well, here I am as an EU person. On the 14th, I will press the play button. It will not work. The servers are still baked, or Steam is. I don't know. We're just going to fall forever. I will let this go for a second. And again, this is the critic in me. This is my experience. And it's like, this is the critic in me. I understand. I really do. You are a small company. You have 15 people. I get this. I understand this. It must be very hard considering the massive amount of people that have influxed into your game. I understand. I really understand. But this is not the first week anymore. This is about to hit week 2. I have got to play this for a total of 20 hours on stream, which equivalates to 3 days, 8 hours, 4 hours. So, you know, 8, 16, and then 20. That's all I've managed to play. 3 streams worth. All of it documented. And it's like, can I play on my leisure time? No, the EU servers are still fucked. Can I do this? No. Can I get the footage for the fucking review? No, because they're constantly down. So I've had to wait for people to come online. Right now, I have Komori standing by. Komori, please send me the invite so that I may join the American servers. Thank you very much. Then we just wait for Steam to send the invite. There we go. So we shift tab and we accept. Okay, there we go. So we're now in and we're just gonna play around. So let's go. And it's looking. And it might take a second. But oh look! It populated! Oh my god, oh my days! 54 out of 60, gosh golly! Gosh golly, you're connecting to an American server fixed the fucking problem. So yeah, like, I understand. You had your small team and you had a really big influx of people. I get it, I really do. First of all, congratulations on how many people you got. But at the same time, for at least the European side, it's been 2 weeks. Alright, last little update. Your pigeon's back again. Cuckoo, giant fucking pigeon, is back again. This time on the 17th. So it has been a few days. And I'm sick of it. So I even put in a report. Hey, Mediatonic, do you want to answer my question? I'm currently in the queue. I'm waiting. I'm still waiting. And, you know, load it up. I actually got part of the bullet yesterday. Oh, man. You got to play with your American friends. You got a bit of the bullet, which is, you know, I'll be honest, that is a pretty cool costume for Devolver. Like, the full bullet. That is pretty cool. But you know, I had to do that with my friends because if I want to play on my own. Welcome to the void. Welcome. The chicken is now in the void. All you can do is fall and cluck forever. This is our life now. This is our life. So how's everybody doing today? You all doing good? Did you get the bullet? You a giant chicken? What are you doing? Talk to me. See my problem? Do you see my... Do you see it? I'm sure you can see it. I'm going to let it run for a while this time. I'm going to let it run for a while. Just... dropping into oblivion. Forever. There is only us. Behold the endless abyss. You will not even find the smallest glimmer of light. Within its dark depth, well, it's blue, it's actually blue, not dark. Within its sky blue depths are all jelly bean men born, even yours. And somewhere within it lies the actual game. But you can't play it. Back to the main, back to like actual script now. So yeah, I get it. I understand. Listen, I really do. As a reviewer, as a video game critic, I understand. I do understand. You're an indie company. You're not Blizzard. You ain't got Blizzard mad money. You're a small team of 15 people. While this is an Overwatch situation where it was down for 2 days because they didn't anticipate that many people coming to Overwatch, which again, it's the TF2 killer, it's a brand new game, it looks like it's a better TF2, they didn't anticipate that. But of course Blizzard could respond faster. It's like they've got millions, at least at the time they did, but they've got millions. It's like, okay, John, you go down to servers, you go down to the server shop down the street, here's $1 million, buy another 100,000 servers, buy another 200,000, hell, you know what, buy another 300 for safety, go spend the Blizzard money. Then, you know, with the different regions, like, okay, I want 1,000 people in Europe, I want 1,000 people maintenance in all of Australia, I want another 6,000 people maintaining the American region. Like, you've got a lot of resources, whereas you yourself, Mediatonic, you're tiny. You probably got like 3 servers, and I know that the team is 15 people big. I get it's going to take a lot longer. I understand it's going to take a lot longer. And for the most part, that's the critic in me being like, listen, I get it, I understand, you're not a big team. These things happen, there's nothing you can do, it's just part of you know, launching a brand new game of this genre that no one's done yet. I understand, and I get it. But at the same time, there's a little bit of a gamer in me, you know, the little bit of the spoilt brat, where it's like, it's been 2 weeks. And it's not there yet, it's not like full spoilt brat. but it's just a little spark of that spoiled brat. Like, it's been 2 weeks. It's starting to take the piss just the tiniest bit, just that little tiny bit. Like, I understand if it took a week, okay, fine. If it took a week and a half, a bit annoying, but now it's 2 weeks and I still can't play. It's like, I've got 20 hours into that game. My playtime on Steam is 20 hours. All 20 of these hours were on stream in the first 3 days. We did a big 12-hour day the first day when it came out. Hey, let's look at it. So we did 12 hours. Then we did 4 hours, 16. Then we did 4 hours, 20. That's all 20 hours. That was in the first 3 days. And even then it was unstable, but that was in the first 3 days of playing. Since then, unless I sit around, so if I want to play it in the day, if I want to record in the day, I can't. I have to physically wait till the night time for Komori, Blame, anyone from America to come on and say, hey Spyro, I'm on now, come join me, and I as a European person have to connect to an American server. So it's like, you know, I understand as a critic, I understand these things happen. I understand when this happened with Overwatch. I understand these things happen, Mediatonic, and I also understand you are not as big as Blizzard. You're not as big as EA. You can't just throw $1 million and 1 million people at it. You're a tiny company. But at the same time, I have not been able to play the game I bought 2 weeks ago for 2 entire weeks. And I'm like, can you please? Can you actually please? Because, as I say, there is just a little bit of midnight in there. It's just a little bit of the spoilt brat, like, dude, I want to play my game. What the fuck's going on? This is taking the piss. Just a little bit. It's not like complete. If we get to week 3, by the time this gets uploaded, and I've already submitted a support ticket, as you can see here, by the time this gets uploaded, if my support ticket hasn't been answered and we go into week 3 of not being able to play alone, just falling forever, then, you know, we're going to be full midnight. We are going to be full spoiled little brat, where it's like, where the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? And, you know, I'm not the only one experiencing this issue. I'm not the only one experiencing this issue. I know other people are experiencing this issue. And it's really detrimenting the game. It is a good game. It is an enjoyable game. I like the game. And at one point during the final verdict, I was willing to overlook the server issues. I'm like, oh, server issues happen. You know, it's the first week. Because I started obviously typing it last week when it came out. But I didn't finish typing and recording till, you know, today. And obviously we had all the other stuff, which is why this is a new section. But it's like, I get it. And originally, in the original final verdict, I'm like, no, server issues aside, I can let that slide. It's only the first week, it's fine. They'll fix it by next week. They still haven't fixed it by next week. So it's now starting to detriment everybody's enjoyment of the game. And, you know, there are bigger streamers that can't get into the game, and they're saying, dude, I give this game a month and then everybody will forget about it. After a month's passed, that's it, no one's going to really care about it. And there are people saying, are you fucking crazy? Are you crazy? This is a brand new thing, everybody's loving this, all the big companies are making all you know, they're all really thirsty, as Jim demonstrated.
Noticed that Fall Guys is a very good game. And I know that some brands have noticed it's not only good, but also quite popular. And unlike Fortnite, where they got on the train late, they want to get in on the ground floor. The brands are thirsty for Fall Guys.
You know, all the big companies are thirsty. What do you mean it's only going to last a month? Don't be stupid. But, at the same time, they can't get into a game. They've got my issue. They are falling forever. They are having connection issues. And it's 2 weeks in. If we are still having connection issues in another 2 weeks' time, if there are people 1 entire month later that still can't connect, that are still having connection issues, they're not going to care how fucking good the game is. They're just going to be like, well, what's the point? Why am I even going to log in? Why am I even going to try and play again? I know the second I press play, I'm not going to be able to get in. I know the second I press play, I'm just going to be falling forever. So why bother keep playing? Why bother keep trying? So when these streamers are like, I give it a month, one part of me is like, you're fucking crazy. But another part of me that's now starting to get annoyed at these connection issues is like, yeah, I can't see where you're coming from. Because a little part of me is like, dude, I'm starting to get to the point where I don't want to play anymore. I can't be arsed to log in every day on my leisure time and see that I can't get in and have to wait till like 9 o'clock at night just for an American friend to invite me into their American server. So like, I can see where they're coming from on the point of, you know, it'll be dead within a month, because now these server issues are starting, they're not quite there yet, but they're starting to actually affect the enjoyment of the game. So like, Mediatonic, please get on this shit. As I say, I like this game, I really do, but these server issues are now starting to take the piss just a tiny bit. And again, as I say, the critic in me is like, yes, I understand, you're not Blizzard, this isn't going to be solved in a day, this might take a few days, hell, even a week, but it's past a week now, we're now moving into week 2, or we are in week 2, we're now moving into week 3, okay, it's taking the piss just a tiny bit, it's not the full piss yet, it's just like 5% of the piss, but we're getting to the full piss, so can you please fix that? And then there was going to be another section now before the microtransactions, which was cheating. A lot of people were speed hacking, a lot of people were floating to the goal. I was going to do a big section on that, but I don't need to, because as you can see from the update notes that I showed in the previous section, they've added anti-cheat. We saw a streamer on stream, or sorry, we saw a cheater on stream, and they got yeeted out the game, like they just got banned instantly. You saw their character physically leave the game because they were running around at 1,000,000 miles an hour. So like, they've already added anti-cheat. I don't need to go into that section anymore, except for one thing, which is an achievement, and this is why people are cheating, because it is public. There are people like this that I show in the YouTube video. There's people like this that are willingly cheating, willingly showing how people how to do it, and it's stupid. He's a dick for doing it, but you know, it's public. They're not hiding it, so it was very easy to ask them, why are you doing this? Why are you cheating? And I got 3 answers. Some people are just being dicks, and you know, they've been banned now. Anti-cheat's been implemented. They're gone, so don't need to worry about them. Others were using their power for good, like with Splatoon, where guys hacked their way to the top of the leaderboards to become the world's best to get into a world tournament, and their names were please add anti-cheat. So there were people using their powers for good to expose the bad people, and that's fine. And then there is the third group, that's the achievement thing. First of all, I just want to add this little section here about the cheating, because we don't have a report function, and that's the Splatoon 2 issue.
Yeah! Straight on the left. Alright, that's good enough. Oh, what the? Whoa, that guy's cheating. Whoa, that guy's fucking cheating! Whoa, 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 whoa! What the fuck is this? What the fuck? Wow! What the? Good for you, stupid! Oh my god! I hope you lose somehow, but that's not gonna happen. Wow, this guy's actually fucking cheating, bro. Wow, you are really... I hope you fucking lose. I hope you lose. Nah, make sure he loses. Yeah! Get...
The response right now is you can report them on fallguys.com/support or whatever the link is. No, this cannot be the case. It needs to be in game, right there, ready to go. The second someone's doing it, press the button. We got them, boys. Like this one where the guy's cheating on Fall Mountain. In that spectate mode, there needs to be the report button right there in that spectate mode, so people can act quickly and we can get this stuff removed as fast as possible. As right now, your support address, the one that people are sending reports to, right now, your support address is taking hundreds, if not thousands of tickets about server instability and crashing issues. And any speed hack reports are just gonna get lost in the flood. This was Nintendo's mistake with Splatoon, where due to having no report feature, aside from the shitty phone app, hackers ran amok to the point where other hackers used their power for good, cheating their way to the top of the world's best Splatoon players to become the 4 best players in the world and setting their names to please add anti-cheat. You need a report system in-game right now so that people can swiftly deal with this before it spirals into a Splatoon 2 problem. You need to fix that. We don't need like support.com. We need that in the game right now. Right now. And then you've got this second part, which is where I go into in-depth on the one achievement that is still... Let me just double check that. Ladies and gentlemen. I am currently clicking Steam just to do it on the 16th, just to doubly make sure. I am clicking Fall Guys. I am viewing my achievements. I am viewing global achievements on Steam, and still 0%. It is the only achievement that is still 0%, which is infallible. I will let Past Spyro explain infallible and how to fix infallible, because it's bullshit. It has been 0% for 2 weeks because it is quite literally impossible, and I understand why the cheaters are cheating, because even with cheating it's been impossible, and like the more you try and do this, the more you try and like go for this goal. If you get any kind of server issue, which we just spoke about, there are many, that breaks the record because it's 5 in a row. So if you win 4 in a row, if you get 4 wins, then you play in round 5, you get to the 3rd round of round 5, connection issue, that's it. Streak's broken. People are feeling frustrated and annoyed, so I understand where the cheaters are coming from. So let's talk about infallible, let's talk about how to fix it from Past Spyro, then we'll move on to the last section, that's the microtransactions. But that's a little one. The big one though, the really shit one, and the one why people are doing it, is infallible. This is win 5 games in a row, which is not totally impossible, or it actually might be considering 0 people, even the hackers haven't done this yet. So like, this one is potentially actually just literally unobtainable. I mean, if the planets align, I'm not saying it can't be done. There is probably a 1% chance of doing it, but given the physics of this game, you know, the balls, the way they bounce, the way your jelly bean men interact with each other, given the physics of this game, given the grab spam meta that has taken root, and more importantly, given the team games where your victory is no longer in your control, I see the reasoning. Let's say you're going for this. You do a race, fantastic. You do a team game, and you get pasted. You're on the yellow team, and red and blue have decided that they're going to team up on the yellow team. It's a 2-on-1. It's 2 teams ganging up on your one. You physically can't win. It is impossible. Now rinse and repeat. Over and 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 over. Now, let's add on to this. So, let's say this scenario happens. You're on your 5th victory. You have 4 victories. You got 4 in a row. Good job, 4 in a row. And you're going for that 5th victory. Then you get a team game. You get a team game like the soccer one, where it can be really imbalanced, and you can lose 11-0. And you're on that losing team, and you're trying. Oh God, you want that 5th victory. You are trying your fucking heart out. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And gone. Thanos snapped away. That victory taken from you. Now you're gonna feel really shit. That's gonna feel really shitty. And now you're getting demoralized. You're getting mad. Because it's not your own fault. People are ganging up on you. You can't 1v3 if it's tail tag and they've decided that. Your one team can't beat 3 teams that have ganged up on you. You're gonna get frustrated because now you're starting from 0 over and over and over and over. So naturally, they're going to see an easy, more fun way of doing the races. They're going to be able to complete the races faster. Let's get the train rolling faster and faster. We're gonna get to Fall Mountain and grab the crown. Again, say you're on your 5th victory. Say you're there, you're about to get your 5th victory on Fall Mountain. Are you not going to use the speed hack? You know it exists. You know that you could very easily guarantee that infallible. You could guarantee that. Are you not going to guarantee that and lose? Of course not. People are gonna do it. It's the vicious cycle. And this is not even taken into account the other thing that happened to one of the individuals doing this, where they did lose their fucking shit. They had won 3 games in a row. Not 5, not 4, just 3. Okay, that's good. They were going for their 4th one. They got Fall Mountain. They weren't hacking. They were just doing it normally. Because this is what caused them to hack. This is what started their ball rolling. They were doing normal. They'd won. They were doing it fairly. I am supporting you. They were running up Fall Mountain. They were running. They were in 1st place. They were doing it. They got across the fucking balls. They got through the hammers. They got up the stairs. They grabbed the crown. Connection error. The server died. That's it. It's gone. That connection error means that you've gone back to 0. Those 3 victories you had, this 4th legit victory, this 4th legit victory that you were going to have. No, sorry. It's been taken away from you. It's gone. Do you see the issue? Do you see the issue with this? So it's the vicious cycle. You don't have control of so many aspects, and you are making a achievement to get 5 in a row where you can't control the physics of your man. You can't control the physics of the ball. You can't control who's ganging up on you. You can't control the fact that you could get a team game and the teams could team up on you. You can't control the server instability. There are so many things beyond your control that it's nearly, and I'm probably going to say it is impossible. And again, even with people hacking, even with people zip zooming to the front of these races, a team game can destroy it. And people are getting demoralized, people are getting mad, and it incentivizes it. This one needs to go. So again, you should still have to do it, but I can see why people are hacking because of the absolutely insane criteria that you've put. So again, to discourage this, Mediatonic, I recommend making it so it's 5 wins in a day, a 24-hour period, not in a row. That is just absolutely fucking absurd, especially with connection errors. As again, you could be on the 3rd win. You could be going for your 4th victory and one single connection error, one single jitter of your unstable servers, gone. You have to change that. That has to be changed. It has to be 5 wins in a day, in a 24-hour period, not in a row. And even that is kind of pushing it, given the fact that people have jobs and how little time some people have to play. I would say make it 5 wins in a week. 5 wins in a week is more than adequate, which would again disincentivize this kind of behaviour, as 5 in a day would already drive people up the wall, but 5 in a row in a single player session, well, of course people are going to get pissed off and cheat. And you know, somebody else brung up another point to me, my lovely bird Moon Knight, which is a way you could mitigate the 5 in a row is to add team wins. There is already a squad goals trophy where if all 3 of you make it to the final round and one of your team grabs the crown, you get this achievement. Why not make that a full 5 wins in a row? So it's like, if there is me, Komori, Moon Knight and Alexander Ravens playing as a 4-man squad, it should not matter who grabs the crown. As long as one of us 4 grabs the crown, that way, even if it's not 5 Spyro wins in a row, it's still 5 team wins in a row. So all 4 of the team would get the achievement and the crown at the same time. So that means that all 4 team members would get 5 crowns because all of them took part. Even if you get eliminated in the first round, your team is still in. Which again, as a side note, this is just a side note now, that would also incentivize team play. Because in terms of how team play is right now, when it comes to the final round, it's not nice to be like, yes, I'm going to win. Then Komori steals your fucking tail at the very last second. You know, he could have let me win. You know, I'm happy to play with my team, and I'm happy Komori won. I'm happy the blue bat got the tail. But dude, it's like, dude, you could have just, it was 2 seconds. It was 2 seconds. You could have just defended me. You could have just let me have it. Why would you do that? Now I don't get the crown, even though I'm on your team. I invited you to this room. I invited you into this team. Yet I don't get the crown when you steal it off me at the very last second. So, you know, if everybody got the crown, if everybody got the win, that would incentivize not only more team games if you added a team mode where everybody gets the crown and everybody gets the win, but it'd make people less likely to go up the wall for the 5 wins in a row because your entire team gets a crown. So it'll be a lot easier with a team. Do you see what I'm saying? So those 2, yeah. So there it is. I know this was the longest section, but I really need to go in depth because I want you to know all the reasons why. I want you to know all the hows why, so that you can get anti-cheat, you can fix this, and also you can see why people are doing this and what people are hating, i.e. the fact that the big T's and infallible are broken to the point where nobody can even get infallible. It's just quite literally impossible. 0% have got it. So yes, there is the evidence about the hacking and how it's being done, and there is also the evidence of why it is happening. So please, Mediatonic, if you take nothing else away from this review, please look at this section the most and get this sorted before it goes way too out of control, before it goes way too Splatoon-like, where Nintendo just didn't put an anti-cheat in and didn't put a report system in and it went bananas. Get this sorted now, please, I beg of you. It is a good game, it is a fun game, I am enjoying it, but at the same time, I can see when people are doing it, and I am getting annoyed because I know when people are doing it, and I know, like, if it's on Fall Mountain, for example, I already know when I've lost. Like, I know at the very start of the race, if I see somebody moving, even if it's just a little bit, because of the 1.1 speed, I know I've lost. I know I can't win, so please, if you take nothing else away from this review, take this part away, listen to this part, and just fix it, please, because I want this game to succeed, because it's good. So yes, while I don't agree with that, I do see the logic. But let's move on to the final verdict.
Except that there's just a chance you might detect their attitude. It's nothing underhanded, why it's simple etiquette. Someone's gotta lose or else the price is not competitive.
God fucking damn it! You were there. You were you were right there. You were right. You were on the line. You were right here. You were right here. Why did you stop? You were right there. Go on. You were right there. And you blew it. You blew it right at the end. However, there are a few things I do want to go in depth on, as while it's not perfect, you still, at the very least, have given me some nice, juicy ammo to use against the AAA machine. And despite fucking it in some aspects, I will give you credit where credit is due. So let's break down the microtransactions into each little section.
Except that there's just a chance you might detect their attitude. It's nothing underhanded, why it's simple etiquette. Someone's gotta lose or else the price is not competitive.
So first, it's clear that while still fucked, which I will let go, Devolver and Mediatonic have some fucking morality and some fucking common decency with the prices. So first and foremost, a nice upfront thing, what Devolver does not, I repeat, does not have, unlike Fortnite, Call of Duty and Rogue Company, they do not, I repeat, they do not have a $100 whale pack. Yes, did I stutter? Yes. Unlike scum like Hi-Rez and Activision that charge $60 for their game and then also want you to spend even more and get in debt and add an extra $100 on top of that with a whale pack. Here, there is no whale pack. Sorry, Carmen. Hello, Carmen. Sorry. There is no whale pack here. Holy fucking shit! It's almost like, right? It's almost like you can actually be a decent human being and not rape people after they have bought your $60 game. So now, anyone, this is where I start to get the juice. Because now, anyone, be it a company, a developer, or a white knight, if anyone that tries to come up to me says they need the $100 whale pack. No, you don't. These guys don't have one, and they're doing perfectly fine. These guys don't have a $100 whale pack, and they're doing great. So what's your excuse? So, thank you, Mediatonic, for showing just how scummy and absolutely fucking pathetic Epic, Hi-Rez, Activision, EA, and the rape company Ubisoft actually are. Thank you for that. Thank you for showing us how they are trying to collect all of the Carmens of the world and get all the Carmens of the world in debt with their $100 whale packs. Now, However, Mediatonic, while I will praise you for that, thank you for not doing that. I really appreciate that. That is a good move. That shows that you've actually got some morality. So while I am going to praise you for that, you are not completely absolved. There is still a $40 pack, which is still fucking absurd. For $40, people can get the Reignited trilogy, the Crash Insane trilogy, and many other full games. So the $40 pack, it's still shitty. I still disapprove of that. But at least it's not a $100 whale pack. At least you had the decency to stop at 40 rather than going full scum. Same for the next section of the prices.
It's nothing underhanded, why it's simple etiquette. Someone's gotta lose or else the price is not competitive.
Now, as you can see, prices are for coins, but, and I'll get back to that, but once again, Mediatonic, while they fucked it, they are, at the very least, trying to actively give some fucking decency and actually give some actual decent exchange rates. But so, once again, I don't want to hear anybody complain. Let's get into it. So, the lowest pack, the £4 English pack, gives you 12,500 fucking coins, which, when translated, as you can see from me here in the shop on the first impressions footage, you can get both parts of the epic.
Come now, little one, open up your eyes. Open up your eyes.
And half a rare. If you did not want the epic, you could very easily get 2 rare skins. I'm sorry, did I just say 2? Not 1, 2? Did I just say 2 rare skins for £4? 2! Count them! 2 rare skins for $5! Holy shit! It's like every AAA company is just pulling these numbers out their ass and completely at random. Let's compare to any other AAA company. I'm just gonna pull one out of the air here completely at random. Hi-Rez, that's a good one. That was definitely a random choice. But Hi-Rez, so for the same price of £4 English, you will not get a single skin. For the price of £4 English, you will get 200 crystals. 200 crystals is barely enough for a fucking spray. In some cases it isn't, because this one's 300, so even $4 fucking for a spray, you can't get that one because that's fucking 300, not 200. So, for the same price of £4, it's barely enough for a spray, let alone a skin, with the minimum skin being 600 crystals. That's $10 right there. Or indeed, Fortnite, where a single skin, just one single rare skin, just the one, costs $12. $12. Can I get 12 for Bright Bomber? Again, keep in mind, this is Bright Bomber, as you can see, for 12. Keep in mind, here, you can get 2, count them, 2 rare skins for $5 versus 1 for 12. $5 for 2, $12 for 1. $5 for 2, $12 for 1. It's almost like it's a microtransaction. You know, micro, tiny, minuscule, the definition of the word. What a fucking shock. And I've had this conversation with white knights like Blaine over paladins and over the prices in paladins. So let's take Merrymaker Maeve, this Christmas skin, which is $12, same as Fortnite, 1,200 crystals. It is $12. Oh, but Mr. Spyro, it's only 12 because you're buying it outright. You know, you're pressing the buy button. If you want to gamble for it, you know, in the gambling boxes, you know, the thing that is illegal in countries now and gets kids addicted to gambling. But if you want to gamble in the gambling boxes for it, then it's 1/3 of the price at 400 crystals or $4. Okay, Blaine, here's a fucking crazy thought. I know it's fucking absurd, right? But follow me on this. How about, right, you get rid of the gambling boxes that gets children addicted to gambling and just make this 1,200 crystal skin here 400 crystals. You know, what the price of the gambling box costs. Because Mr. Spyro, that would devalue the skin, Mr. Spyro.
It's nothing underhanded, why it's simple etiquette. Someone's gotta lose or else the price is not competitive.
Motherfucker! It has no value. I'm sorry if this breaks your little fucking heart. And this goes for everybody now. This goes for companies. And I'm gonna go on a bit of a tangent, but I need to. Because this is the worst excuse. And I fucking hate when people use this goddamn fucking excuse. Oh, it'll devalue the skin. Motherfucker, it has no value. I'm sorry if this breaks your little heart, but all these skins in the game have no value. None of them do. They're all ones and zeros. Data that can be made in an infinite, quite literally infinite amount. If any one of these companies gave away this skin to every single player, let's take Fortnite, because it's got the big numbers. If Epic gave everyone, all 200 million players, a $20 Moisty Merman skin, do you know how much Epic would lose? Nothing. Nada. Zero. It's coding. It's coding. It's control. Wait there. It's control C. Control V. It's coding. They can control Z and control V to the heavens. They can copy and paste whatever they want, whenever they want. Oh! Speaking of which, what did I just say? They could give out a legendary skin to everybody and it wouldn't affect them. Oh, well, surprise, fucking surprise, shut my mouth, because Fall Guys also literally, quite fucking literally, just proved my fucking point. So, because their servers are wonky, and they fucked up, they made the problem, they made the issue, they not only give every single person in the fucking world some of their V-Bucks for free, that you don't get with fucking Fortnite, because they've never given out any V-Bucks for free, nor have Hi-Rez ever given any crystals for free. But let's read the tweet together. You get a free Everybody, free, everyone, every player, all fucking 1 million players for free, a legendary cactus skin. Legendary skin for free to every single player for free, because it's just digital and they can fucking... They can Control Z, Control V, they can copy and paste forever, because they have no value. That's a legendary. It's a legend. Oh, they're so rare. They've got so much value. No, they don't. There's a legendary given away for free to everyone, because it's all bullshit. They have no value. Thank you, fucking Mediatonic, for literally proving my point. Back to fucking Spyro going on the tangent about how it has no value and you're all talking bullshit, and Mediatonic has quite literally just proven with this giving the legendary skin away for free that you are talking bullshit. And I hate this. And you know what makes it even worse? It devalues the skin because it's got the Tempest Shadow Tears!
Come now, little one, open up your eyes. Open up your eyes.
Open up your eyes. I'm not even going to do this like, oh no, this one is legendary. It's all legendary. So it has to cost $20. No, it's not legendary. It's not legendary. You only decided to make it legendary. But let's play a little experiment here. This is Raptor, a legendary skin. It is a basic fucking skin. A normal man wearing a yellow face mask. $20 for a normal man in a mask. This is Dusk, who, from a purely asset standpoint, not including any personal bias, just like pure technical assets, you need more animations. She just outright needs more animations for that big flappy skirt and bat wings. She has got two things that need more animation than a man in a mask. The flappy skirt and the bat wings. So, by a pure asset and animation standpoint, Dusk should be the $20 legendary, and Raptor should be the $15 epic. But, you know, it doesn't matter, because, again, it's all fake. It's all a lie. The fucking colours don't mean anything. They could all be pink. Every single skin could be ballerina tutu pink. And all of these skins could be $5 each. Each and every skin, each and every one of them, tutu pink. All of them for $5. And it would not affect anything. It would affect nothing. If anything, because the price is not fucking $20 for a single skin, it might actually encourage people to buy more skins. What a fantastic fucking concept. But once again, you can make them in an infinite amount. There's no value. There's no rarity. Don't give me this rarity shit. None of them have rarity. The only rarity and value they have are the bullshit artificial values that all these AAA companies attach to them. And before you play semantics, because I know someone will, they'll be like, oh, but Spyro, Dusk is a Battle Pass skin. She is not in the shop. Okay then, fine. You want to play that game? Bright Bomber should be the $20 legendary, and Raptor should be the $12 rare. Because Bright Bomber actually looks a lot more decent than him and has more effort put into it. You know, because she's got the bright fucking rainbow backpack and all the extra shit, whereas this is just a man in a mask. So why isn't Bright Bomber the gold one and him the rare one? Because they don't have any rarity. You don't have any fucking value. It's an artificial value. But, oh, and by the way, I just gotta finish this off. Fucking Fall Guys, you did it as well. Oh, here's a rare, here's an uncommon, here's a, oh, epic, and oh, legendary. Why'd you do that for, guys? Why? Why are you perpetuating this shit? But getting back to the price, keeping on the price, it shows how greedy Activision, EA, the rape company of Ubisoft, and Hi-Rez all are. Ooh, well, only £4. You've only got £4? I don't know that. I don't know about that. For £4, we'll give you 200 crystals, which is barely worth a spray. At most. If you want a skin, that's a minimum of $12, please. Fuck off. This game, this one right here, is undeniable evidence. Undeniable evidence that you, Hi-Rez, you EA, you Activision, are talking shite. And you could set it to whatever price you want. You could set it so that it's like this game. You could say, oh, £4, that's 1,200 crystals, or coins, or whatever cowardly monopoly money you want. You could put every single skin to be $5 maximum, like this game has. And you can give it one single rarity of Tutu Pink, and all of them are $5. You could do that, but you don't. So, but, you know, this game has just proven, at least with prices, that you can get 2 rares for £4 instead of one single rare for $12. So, what's your excuse? What's your excuse, EA? What's your excuse, Activision? Oh, that's right, you don't have one. Not anymore. So thank you, Mediatonic. Thank you very much for debunking all of these pathetic, value and rarity excuses. I'm kind of pissed off at the rarity one, but it still just proves, oh well, you can have 2 rare skins for £5 rather than like 1 rare skin for 12. So thank you for mostly debunking all of these pathetic AAA excuses of, oh, it's value and rarity. And the same goes for the fucking Battle Pass, where we have another fucking white knight and an apologist for the AAA machine.
It's like a hot fantasy, the doctor speculate. You deal with the power body on your reckoning.
First, a Battle Pass is a fucking scam. In terms of, if you don't complete it, you don't get everything. I.e., you paid for a product, but fuck you! You can't have the product! Yeah, you paid $10, which is about the average for this little challenge list, you know, or you do some challenges. You pay $10, which is worth 1 fucking skin in some fucked up twisted world. But, you know, you pay $10 for this little challenge list. And if you get to the final level, you'll get a skin. And if you don't, you have 2 options. And that's the AAA excuse. You have 2 options. We're just giving you options. We're just giving you player choice. So if you don't get to the final level, you know, of the product you paid for, you can either not have the product you paid for and be pissed off that you're not getting the product you paid for, or you can buy the remaining tiers, which is what most people will do, as most battle passes lock the last 10 levels behind an fucking incessant grind, gating off the best rewards to make sure that a good 60%, maybe more of the player base will not hit that maximum level, at which point this activates the psychological fear and manipulation of FOMO, fear of missing out, a common psychological move in which the game taunts you and you will have to make a tough decision. Are you going to sit there and have the game taunting you with the fact that you're not going to complete the battle pass and the product you paid for is about to go to shit. 12 Yenstrom!
Rare cards appear, and you see the goblin going with his clocks tick tock. I'll take it away from you. I'll take it away from you. They are scarce. They go away. This is a brilliant way to get more people to spend more.
Tick tock, I'll take it away from you. Tick tock, clock's ticking, Twilight. Tick tock, I'll take it away from you. You've only got an hour to decide. You've only got 40 minutes to decide. You've only got 10 minutes to decide. You're gonna buy them last 10 tiers. You can't make it. You can't make it. Clock's ticking. Tick tock, tick tock. Come on, make a decision. You don't have time. Make a fucking decision. Because that's another thing that they do. They make sure that they advertise that you can buy it right at the end to put people in a hot state mind. Am I right, Torolf Jernstrom?
Hot state. There's an excellent book about behavioral psychology called Thinking Fast and Slow. This is the fast thinking. I'm telling you that the fast thinking mode is what you want. The slow thinking is your analytical brain. What's 12 times 47? I'm sure all of you can answer that, but you have to start your actual thinking brain to do that. Now, if I say, complete the sentence, bread and everyone's thought, butter. So that's the fast thinking. Our brain works in these two modes, and starting the analytical part of your brain is too much to ask for a spend. How it applies to games is make stuff immediately useful, immediate gratification. If you have a level-based game and you sell some boosters up front, for instance a coin doubler or some other stuff that will help you, people will have to analyze and think it through. These things are good for me, these will help me progress before they do it. And they won't do that. If on the other hand you do, like for instance in this temple run, once your game is over, save me, I have a few seconds to spend hard currency and I get to continue. Or similar in Candy Crush Saga, at the very moment that I've lost, I can see I just played a bit more, I can pass it. Make it immediately useful.
Come on, make your decision. What's it gonna be? Don't have time. Time's running out. Hot state mind. Hot state. Hot state. Hot state. What's your decision? I fucking hate that. I fucking hate that. So we're already in the psychological fear of missing out, where the game will taunt you. So you have two choices: either sit there and have the game taunt you and miss out on the product that you paid for, or you know, you can just pay a few extra dollars. It's not manipulation. What are you talking about? It's not manipulation. It's just options. We're just giving the player a choice. And it's all a fucking scam. Scam passes are always, and I mean fucking always, 100 to 120 tiers long, just to make the grind beyond incessant, to increase the guarantee that the burnout will happen. You know, you get burnt out because you're playing for so long, I don't want to play it, and then you'll end up missing a day. It's only a day, but that's enough. And then the psychological manipulation of FOMO, fear of missing out, comes in, because you already spent $10 for the product and you're not going to get it. And the only reason it's 100 to 120 tiers long is because half the battle pass is clogged with shite. Complete and total shite. Absolute garbage that no one uses, and more importantly, no one wants. It's just there to clog up and bloat the battle pass, like sprays and emojis, and the worst offender, high-res, boosters. No one likes sprays, no one uses sprays. They are a nasty little fucking ploy to clog up things like the battle pass, or if we're going to have to go that far, loot boxes. Do you remember Overwatch? You know when Overwatch just threw a million fucking sprays in so that the gambling boxes just became this horrible thing that everybody fucking hates. Because you're never going to get that Dragon Mercy. You can roll till the cows come home fairly without buying. You're never going to get that Dragon Mercy because they bloat every of their special events. The Summer Games, the anniversary, they bloat their special events with voice lines and emojis and sprays. Total shite to clog up the pool so that you can't get the legendary. And the same applies for a fucking battle pass. They just want to bloat it out to the fucking high heavens so you won't finish it. And we all know, they all know what you want. You want the skin. You want the actual good stuff. You want the thing that looks pleasing, the thing that you're going to be wearing in game, the costume you're going to be wearing in game. So they know what you want, but that's why they bloat it out. So here's a fucking wild concept, right? Here's a fucking wild concept. Okay? I know it's the scam pass is already a scam, but here's a wild concept. And this is something crazy. First of all, don't have 2 fucking tiers, because that's something else I'll just touch on. Normally, in Call of Duty, Paladins, etc., etc., there are 2 versions. There is the free pass, where you get nothing, because fuck you, even though you give us $60, Activision, even though you already give us $60, you gotta pay another $10 for the premium battle pass. Hey, here's a fucking idea. If somebody's paid $60, Rogue Company, if somebody's paid $60, why can't you give the battle pass away for free? Both these questions will be answered in a second. But, if somebody paid $60 for it, why can't you give it away for free? This game's only $20. $20, $40 cheaper than you, Activision Blizzard. $40 cheaper than you, Rogue Company. $40 cheaper than you, EA. This game is $20 and it's giving a premium track away for free for $20. You're charging $60 and you're still making people pay an extra $10. Why don't you give it away for free? And second, right? And again, I know this is a fantastical fucking concept for AAA to wrap its head around. I know this is a absolutely balmy notion for AAA to wrap its head around. But why don't you, and again it's a radical concept, why don't you, get rid of all the sprays that nobody fucking wants? Why don't you get rid of all the sprays and emojis and the boosters, if there is some, and just make a nice smaller battle pass, about 60 tiers long, maybe 70 if you want to push it. Why don't you just make a smaller battle pass and just fill it with decals and skins? What a radical concept. And Hi-Rez, yes, this one is for you now, just for you alone. The battle pass boosters, if you actually balance the grind to be fair and not tedious, you wouldn't actually need to put boosters in the fucking battle pass. You wouldn't need them boosters clogging up the battle pass, because the battle pass would already be balanced, right? Isn't that an amazing concept? Oh, but I hear our White Knight, White Dragon Defender of Hi-Rez on the horizon. And what are they supposed to do, Mr. Spyro? Put weapons and decals and skins on every level? That's absurd, Mr. Spyro. Well, I'm glad you said that, Blame. I'm glad that you said what are they supposed to do, put weapon decals and skins on every level. I'm glad you said that. As here comes the developer of Devolver Digital and Mediatonic to completely and totally debunk you, and by extension, AAA's pathetic excuse. Okay, so first, here we are in Paladins again, just for easiness, just to kind of point out that they do make these. They do make these. If we just go to Champions for a second and we pick, where is he? We pick Ram and we look at his guns. Now, let's look at his default gun here. So this is Ram's default gun. So it is a Gatling gun. It's got a little bit of red flame in it and it's the standard grey. So, fairly simple, fairly normal. Now, as you can see, they're selling decals for the gun, which is just literally a recolor. Like, we click it, it's the, oh, sorry, it's the Egyptian gun. My bad, I thought it was the normal one. Okay, well, this is the Egyptian gun. So, as you can see, it's blue and gold. It's got the mummified bandages on it. You know, it looks pretty decent. It looks alright, and it's got a little bit of blue fire in there. And there's also one for the where's the what's the name? Is it Undead Colossus? Yeah, they recolored it red on their Egyptian battle pass. So they've already got 2 recolors. And what they're doing now is they're selling the same gun, like just pure grey with a bit of green and silver on it. Nothing's changed. It's literally just changing the paint. It's still green scarab on the side. Or, you know, you can have this one, which is purely white and gold. It's still got the little scarab there. Nothing's changed. So they are selling these decals. And, you know, if we were to go to their fucking battle pass, let's just go through it, shall we? We can start from the beginning and see what we could just absolutely get rid of, because it's trash and we don't need it. So that's an icon, that's fine, people like icons. Team booster there, we could have got rid of that just outright, like we don't even need that tier. If it's a booster, just delete it, don't need it, because again, if you balance the battle pass correctly, you wouldn't actually need those. So that could be just gotten rid of outright. There's a spray right there, it's an animated spray, which didn't even trigger, so good job there, Hi-Res, your spray didn't even fucking trigger. We could have got rid of that for a weapon decal. Another booster there, could get rid of that. Gambling box there, could get rid of that. Oh, a skin booster, you know, you could just outright give out a skin right there. Even if it's not a new one, you could give out an old reused skin, just pick one out of the archives. So, could have got rid of that. Got a spray here, we could have got rid of that. We've got a chest, a gambling box, that could go. We've got another spray right there that didn't trigger, because the sprays just don't trigger anyway. Could have give a weapon decal where that spray is. Another team booster there. Another team booster here. You could have got rid of both of those tiers. Oh, and there's also a skin booster there. You could have got rid of that as well. So, you know, we're already shortening down the battle pass. Another booster there. You could get rid of that booster. You could get rid of this booster right here. Chop that out. Another booster right there. You could chop that out. Man, we must be down to 100 tiers already. Is this recolor? Yeah, this is a recolor. Okay, that's fine. You got a death stamp. Oh, but there's a booster right there. Could have chopped that out. We could have got rid of that. We got a spray here. We could get rid of said spray that, again, because it's animated, doesn't work. So, you know, good job with the bugs. But we could have got rid of that. We must be down to about 90 tiers already. Another booster there. You could get rid of that. We could get rid of another booster right there. We could add a fucking, instead of, you know, just outright removing this booster. Oh, sorry, there's another spray. Oh, that one worked. That one triggered. Holy shit. But, you know, we could have a weapon decal. We could have had a weapon decal there. And then 92 and 93 could have just been outright deleted, because, you know, gambling box and boosters, you don't need them. So they could have gone. More boosters here. 2 tiers of boosters. Get rid of those. Another booster here. You could have replaced that with a weapon decal. Another gambling box and another booster. You could have just outright yeeted them into oblivion. Another booster there. You could have got rid of that booster into fucking oblivion. So, you know, we're about at 80 tiers. Man, I just chopped off an entire fucking 40 tiers from getting rid of all your goddamn shitty boosters and replacing a couple of sprays with weapon decals. But Mr. Spyro, that's literally impossible. It's literally impossible to put decals and skins on every single, and premium currency. Let me just also say premium currency as well, just because there was crystals there, let's be fair. There are crystals there. But Mr. Spyro, it's literally impossible to put weapon decals and skins on every single tier. Every single one. Well, I'm glad you said that, because 4 Guys is loading. I shouldn't really have 2 games loading at once, but, you know, glad you fucking said that, because when it loads in a moment, Give it a second. Again, it's trying to load 2 games at once. Shouldn't be doing that. But give it a second now. And when it does, let's check their battle pass. Let's go all the way to 1. So you know you got to start off where you don't get anything. 2, that's premium currency. Ooh, that's a weapon decal, right? Well, it's a decal for your man. There isn't weapons in this game, but there's a decal right there. Another decal, a crown, a skin. There's part of a skin there, the pigeon. Another decal, a skin at level 9, premium currency, an emote, another decal, a skin, premium currency, a decal, a skin, another decal, change your face yellow, more premium currency, a skin, a crown, a decal, a skin, premium currency, a decal, a skin, a decal, a skin, some premium currency, an emote, a decal, a crown, a skin, a decal, a skin, a decal, premium currency, a decal, and then a victory animation. Wow, it's almost, and it's only 40 tiers, because it's not clogged up with sprays. It's not clogged up with boosters. So yeah, it's actually, you know, just proving the point. It is actually really quite easy to make recolors of weapons. It's very easy to have a decal and a skin on every single tier, and most companies like Epic Games are just talking bullshit, and they just clog up their battle passes with sprays and boosters. So tell me again why they can't get rid of the sprays and have those people that worked on the sprays, you know, the art team. Tell me again why they can't remove those sprays and just make weapons and weapon decals and skins on every level. Oh right, they fucking can if they put their mind to it, but they don't. I'm sorry, Link, I can't give credit. Come back when you're a little richer. Not a booster or an emoji or a spray in fucking sight. Every tier, fucking decals and skins and premium currency. Oh, and it's also 40 levels long. So what's your pathetic excuse now? Tell me now why AAA has to clog up its battle pass with sprays, why it has to clog it to 120. Give me the excuse this time, because the evidence is right fucking here in front of your eyes that you can see. And if you're telling me a big company like Epic can't do such a thing, then you are talking shit. Mediatonic is a team of 15 people. 1-5. Yes, that's how big they are. So if you're telling me that a big studio with millions to fucking spend, like Epic and Activision and Hi-Rez can't do it, yet a extremely tiny company of 15 fucking people can, you're fucking absurd. You're talking out your arse. And as an extra cherry on top, you can't, and I repeat, you can't buy levels. So if you want everything, you have to sit down and play the game. You know, be fucking rewarded for actually playing the game and not filling up the devil's fucking bank account. What a novel concept. Oh! And as the sprinkles on top of the cherry on top of the cake, this battle pass, right, Mr. Kotick, this battle pass is free. It's $20 and it's free. They're $40 less than your Call of Duty. I know they made Warzone free, but I remember when you had to pay for Warzone, and that still doesn't discount the other side, the normal Call of Duty, the normal shooty bang bang that's $60 and has a battle pass. So $20, $40 less than you, Mr. Kotick, and it's got a free battle pass. $20, $40 less than your outing Hi-Rez with Rogue Company, and it's got a free battle pass. So what's your excuse? I look forward to hearing your excuses of how you, a big AAA company, has to charge $60 and can't give a scam pass away for free, but a $20 game can. Now, I'm still kind of annoyed that, you know, when the timer runs out, you won't get the rewards of this season, because everything has to be fucking seasons now, but at least it's free. So thank you, Mediatonic. Thank you. You have really shown up the AAA industry today, haven't you? You've really shown just how many lies and excuses the AAA machine tries to pull, haven't you? And I commend you for that, Mediatonic. I really commend you for giving reviewers like me the ammunition, so when they're like, no, that's impossible, it's like, no, it fucking isn't. Stop lying, Hi-Rez. Stop lying, Bobby Kotick. Stop lying, Rape Company of Ubisoft, because yes, it is possible. However, fuck!
It's like a hot man, I see the doctor's reckoning. You deal with the power body on your reckoning.
Fuck! You were so close. You were so close, but you fucked it up right at the end. Now, I want to play devil's advocate and say that you added the coins, so when it came to making the packs, you said, look, £4 gets you 12,000 coins, which is enough for 2 whole skins, completely showing up the AAA industry and how absolutely absurd their price of $12 minimum for a skin is. Which, you still did that. And if that was your aim, that was a good, well-intentioned aim, and a good intention that succeeded in showing them up. But you could have shown them up even further. You could have just put the real prices on the skins in your little shop. You did not have to take the coward's way out with magic monopoly money. I won't scold you as harsh on it for being that martyr and showing the AAA machine up. I won't scold you as harsh because you have given me some great ammo. But I would have preferred if you would have just gone the full mile and just put the real prices on your shop and gone for that Mike Tyson knockout opposed to the little Mac TKO. Yes, a technical knockout is still a knockout, but only technically. Whereas Mike Tyson, when he caves your skull in, yeah, you're not getting up from that. But you did not do that, and we have to face the reality that while this martyrdom worked, it still made you a coward. You're still a pathetic coward, using one of Turolf Jernstrom's shitty little tactics of buyer's remorse to break down the wall.
Now, if we look at this from a monetization perspective, the hook is where you put up an icebreaker. You want to give a really, really good deal, something that's a no-brainer. You would be crazy to turn it down as a player. The reason to give a really good deal up front is by making people spend up front, they are also emotionally committing to your game, their retention will go up. And the first spend is, it breaks the ice, then they think of themselves as spenders in the game. It's okay for me to spend in the game. Lots of people are otherwise have this wall up, I will never pay for a mobile game. So you need to break the wall first.
And modify people's behaviour with buyer's remorse with your fucking Monopoly money.
Trickery behind that. However, the same cannot be said about the in-game diamonds. I don't like the concept of spending money to acquire in-game premium currency that you then spend on premium items. It's a means of psychologically controlling players. It's behavior modification, basically. Studies have confirmed that people are more likely to spend money on in-game microtransactions if they are not using cash or otherwise face the direct cost of their transaction. This is a tactic that the mobile industry has exploited for years now. Diamonds, aside from gold, is one of the most common types of premium currency universally recognized in mobile games. And I'm not overly fond of any AAA game, even a free-to-play game, taking its cues from the mobile game industry in terms of how best to monetize their in-game system.
You were so close. You were so fucking close, Fall Guys. So so fucking close and just fell right into that black abyss at the finish line. But your cowardly sacrifice of adding cowardly premium currency will not be in vain, as the prices, aside from the £40 pack, are okay and have given a great amount of ammunition for all the game pundits to use against AAA scum like Activision and Hi-Rez. And this is where we would have transitioned over to the final verdict. This is just a little bit extra now. I'm still waiting. This is why this review took as long as I could. It's the 22nd now. I sent this nearly a week ago, and I'm still waiting, and still the same. Buck. Falling forever. Nothing I can do. This is our life. So, and it's the same. It's the same dealio. Can you send me an invite now? Alright, we're back. Komori has given us the invite, and as you can see, still 22nd. It's not like I'm taking the old footage, it's still the 22nd. And you know, we ready up? We press the ready button. And oh yeah, of course he's got a part of Peabody, because American people get to play a lot! They get to play a lot! I don't get to play a lot. But I bet you, like before, he'll find it. Now I'm gonna have to be under the assumption at this point that this is no longer an EU thing. And oh, look at that. Look at that, found it straight away. Found it instantly. Now I have to be under the assumption that this is a bug. I can't believe that the EU servers have been down for an entire week. Well, you know, an entire week since I sent the support letter. Even more, like 3 weeks since the game started, and I've not been able to play since the game started. So, like, I now have to assume that this is a bug. This has to be a bug. This cannot be, like, this cannot be the fact that there's no EU server. It just can't at this point. But either way, whether it is actually the server or it is a bug, either way, I cannot play. I have reached out to Mediatonic. They are yet to reply back to me, and the only way in is to literally join an American friend, be it Komori, be it Moon Knight, be it Blame, be it whoever. My only way in is to join an American, and that means, again, like, I've had to wait till, like, let me get through this round. What time is it? I mean, I might just get eliminated, but either way, I've had to wait till whatever time at night it is right now for them to wake up, for them to be on. I've lost. They knocked me down. But again, it doesn't matter, because we're gonna be checking the time in a moment. You know what? If I get knocked out, then so be it. I get knocked out, because we're going to check our time, and then we're going to be good. But again, it's like I have had to wait for this time limit to come to pass before I'm allowed to play. So it's like, oh yeah, look, Komori, as you saw, has the whole Peabody thing. Amazingly, we still got through somehow. But like, Komori has the whole Peabody thing because they get to play on their leisure time. I myself, it's 18. You're working on a 24-hour clock. It is 6:30 at night, nearly 7 o'clock at night, and I'm like, I want to fucking play, and I can't because there has to be a bug. And what is the bug? Is it the servers? Is it a bug? I don't know, but whatever it is, I have to wait for my American friends. I like the game, but I am going to have to change the final verdict. Like, I am now going to let this... I'm now just going to finish this round, and I'm going to go back to the final verdict, because, again, like, I wanted to overlook the servers, and for the most part, it seems the servers have fixed themselves, and you know they've added anti-cheat so nobody's fucking cheating. But it's like, I want to, but at the same time, why can't I play on my own? Why can't I do this? So that it has impacted the final verdict. So you know I'm gonna go to the final verdict now. Okay, so this is future Spyro. The old final verdict, I'm gonna leave most of it, but I wanted to change this intro bit, so that's why I'm still in the pigeon suit, still not changing from the transition, because, you know, this is new audio. I'm trying to make the distinction for you that pigeon is new, and then when we go back to Discord's land, it's old. Originally, I was going to give this a 4 out of 5, because I said, server issues and cheaters aside, there's a great game here, and I go into the reasons why. And then, you know, I've had this issue. I can't connect by myself. I have to believe it's a bug at this point, but it's still infecting my enjoyment of the game. I am getting annoyed, I'm getting frustrated, and that's lowering it for me. Because originally I'm like, yes, server issues and cheating aside, I can look past that. I know they'll fix that, I can look past that. Then here I am, still not able to play on my own. I can't look past that. So then it's gone down to a 3. Because again, there's still the graphics and the music, all that I'll get into. But then, I have to reverse that again. And I'm thinking, well, like, yeah, okay, server issue for me is making it go down. But flip side this again, since the original final verdict of server issues and cheaters aside, they have added the anti-cheat software. There are now next to, you know, you'll still see a few, because again, if somebody is hell-bent on doing it, they'll find a way to do it. But it's like, now there's next to no cheaters, so you can't mark that against it, because they fixed it. Well, I guess you got me there. And as you've seen from when I'm playing with Komori, when he's invited me for these demonstrations I can't play, it found a room instantly. It's running nice and smoothly, no lag, no anything. So, server issues aside, well, Spyro, since that original final verdict, they fixed the servers, and now the servers are working perfectly fine. So you're taking it down to a 3 because you're saying server issues and cheaters aside, but those two things you mentioned originally now physically don't exist, so can you actually mark that against it? And it's like, I guess you're right. I can't mark it against it. So, like, while there is a point off for my personal frustrations of whatever this bug is that doesn't allow me to play on my own only with friends, I guess I can't mark the other thing against it. So now, the issue that I had that took it from a 5 to a 4 of the server issues and cheaters has now been erased, and it would go from a 4 to a 5, but because of my personal experience with this single player bug, it goes back from a 5 to a 4. So we're just gone on a big roundabout circle where it's like, it's a 4, but I can look past the server issues. Oh, but my personal problem is taking it down to a 3, but the original issues have been fixed, so it goes back up to a 4. So it's a 4. So you're going to hear past Spyro now saying server issues aside. Just ignore that part and listen to the rest of it. But yeah, it's still at a 4. But now, back to all the original reasons why I like it, why it's so good, and why I want fucking Mediatonic to please email me back. Their support thing to email me back so I can play it more. Ready to fucking hate life? So my final verdict for Fall Guys would be a fantastic, an exceptional 4 out of 5. A few server issues and a wave of hackers aside, while they are detrimenting the enjoyment of the game, both these things are easily fixable, at least from day one, right from the get-go. Servers are being fixed, bugs are being reported, Mediatronic's constantly in contact with players via their Twitter, constantly telling them how the servers are doing, if there's any server issues, and how they're working on it. Good, fantastic, that's great. Now, this game is a week old, and now address the hackers, address the anti-cheat, get that going. But, as I say, these two things are minor in the grand scheme of things. These two things can be fixed. We can get an anti-cheat, we can get a banning system. These two things can be fixed. But, that issue aside, the core alone, the actual gameplay loop, the core alone is a nice, refreshing take on the Battle Royale genre. Aside from one or two, that being the puzzle, the fruit puzzle, which is just boring, and the fucking soccer, two puzzles aside, it is incredibly fun with fast-paced Mario Party style challenges and music and a great visual art style to complement that zany 90s TV game show feel they are going for. And with how generous they are with a free battle pass and just showering you with coins, I can highly recommend it from both a solo and a friend experience. It's more fun with friends, obviously, but it is also a strong solo game. It is great for streaming. I have had so much fun streaming this game. However, these gems must be shattered, and by default, it is an automatic 0 out of 5, as it is a paid-for game with microtransactions, and it's not even the good kind either. I mean, the prices are somewhat okay, and again, really kick the shit out of big studios like Activision and Hi-Rez, but they're bad, as in it's the CTR, Crash Team Racing, nitro-fueled kind. You know, they have no need to be there. Like in CTR, the game showers you with coins left and right out the pipes. The game showers you with fucking coins. I mean, hell, you get nearly 600 just for making it to the final round, not even winning. And given that only 5 rounds, it's not that hard to rack up coins. You can get loads. You can get thousands. Like CTR, there will never, ever be a reason to buy the microtransactions. So why are they there? What kind of corporate mandate put them there? There is literally zero reason for them to be there. But they are there. So like every paid for game with microtransactions, no matter how good it is, it's a 0 out of 5 and an automatic disqualification from any kind of Game of the Year awards. I know that's going to make people mad, but Spyro, you like it a lot, and you said that they were not that bad. Why not just make an exception? Well, no. Because then it's like, oh, you made an exception for Fall Guys, but you didn't make an exception for Ninjala. Biased! I mean, Ninjala has gambling boxes and skin degradation, so that's a -1. That's truly worthless. But no exceptions. For one, exception is an exception to all. I cannot just make an exception for one if I can't make an exception for other. So, as much as I personally fucking hate it as well, it's a 0 and it's disqualified. And you know, again, I don't want to do that. I like CTR. It's going to make everyone else mad, but me more than anyone. I loved CTR. I was one of these people that's like, oh man, the Insane Trilogy's looking great. I hope they remake CTR. I really like CTR. CTR is fucking amazing. Then they did it. and CTR would have taken a top 5 spot, and it was going to be in the top 5 spot, but then Bobby fucking Kotick came and ruined it a month later, like he will with Crash 4.
So we have loaded the game with tons of awesome skins that you can earn and wear throughout the game. These skins are totally cosmetic and a fun way to express yourself while playing the game. And just to be clear, there's no MTX here. Skins are earned by completing different challenges and earning gems within levels.
You said that about CTR, cunt! But it's okay. It's okay. CTR fanboys, the White Knights, people said it was a mistranslation in the article. It was a mistranslation in the interview. Alright then, that's fine. If that's what you say, I mean, it wasn't. Activision always planned for there to be fucking microtransactions in CTR. Bastard! But this time...
And just to be clear, there's no MTX here.
He said it. Those are words. Those are spoken words. Those are his spoken words. No mistranslation. I'll keep that clip. I'll keep that clip and wait for a month after Crash 4 comes out. Bobby Kotick. I've got that clip, and I know what you're going to do. And I'll be sitting here, waiting, because I know what you're going to do first month. Oh, they're not in there the first month. Look at all the positive reviews. I'm not going to review it in October. I'm going to wait till November. I'm going to wait to see what your real fucking intentions are, Bobby Kotick and Activision, because you fucked it before. So I'll wait. I can wait. I'm a patient person. Dick. But yeah, that's it. Like, I really want to put this game in the top 5, as it is really good and fun. But no dice, I'm afraid. I mean, for now, it's not too late, Mediatonic. You can always just remove the microtransactions. Bump the price. Bump the price up to $30 if you're feeling a little ballsy. $40. If you took this game to $40 and got rid of the microtransactions, I would be happy. I would be good. I'd put you in my top 5. I'd fucking recommend it. But right now I can't. It's a 0. It's disqualified. And it makes me mad. But it's not too late, Mediatonic. You have the power. You have the power to change that. Don't be AAA shit. You're doing well. You're on the right track. Just remove them. Just get rid of them. You don't need them. Go away. You have this power. And I will leave you with that thought. So thank you everybody for watching. God, I just want to make some nice short reviews, and then all this shit comes out and they end up being like an hour and a half to 2 hours long. Fuck's sake. But yeah, you have the power. And that's where I'll leave it. So thank you all for watching. If you liked the video, do feel free to leave a like and subscribe. It helps out. And as you can see on screen right now is the Patreons. Thank you very much, Dede, for your support. I really do appreciate it. And you too could be on this list with a link to the Patreon down below, as well as a link to my Twitter so you can see what I'm tweeting out about and when I'm streaming, and a link to my Discord if you want to come in and chat, and a link to the stream whenever I do stream. But for now, I am getting really hot because it is summer and it is hot, and I am going to stop talking now and get a bottle of nice ice cold water.